And are they going to encounter traffic right on the apex? There is a car right in front of them, which might be giving them a little bit of dirty air. And they crash out. Oh my days. That car literally just got sent up in the air. And that's physics for you right there. Oh my days. But yeah, one Australia race in XRS history. And we have a wet race here for Season 3. The season opener, 5 red lights with the awful camera angle here at Austria. Lights out and away we go for the first time in Division 4. Very, very slow getaway from all of the drivers in the wet weather race. It looks like Tycho did get away pretty nicely, but Melvin is already going to try and cover them up. I think you're going on the inside. I think that was Keenan there in the background, who has crashed into the wall and has lost many positions in the Ferrari there. Melvin wasn't able to get past Tycho on the opening lap, but he is going to try and keep it up there and keep with them as well. Oh, Whiffle there getting up into P3 as well, so very good lap time from them, or very good start from them. Capacam's there going up the inside of Christella there and gets up into P4. Vlad losing a position to Christella as well on the opening lap. Jace will just stay in P7 to try and keep their position as One Eye there gets very squirrely going into turn 7, and a lot of drivers there taking a very wide line there and nearly losing the rear as well. Bays and Neek's going there. They're going side by side. Looks like Neek did able to get past Dino as well, getting past Bays as well down the inside going into turn 12. Nice move from them. And in the background there, I believe Jaxie is going to try and defend off Owls, but Owls seems to have got that done quite nicely, and Owls is getting sandwiched a little bit from Dano and Bays. Gets past 1. Are they going to try and get past 2 as well? Tucking into the slipstream now of Bays as they get past Dino. And are they going to try and make a move going into turn 1 on lap 2? No, they're going to elect to stay behind for the moment. Breezy there. Oh my days, that's another massive crash, and I think that was Breezy into the wall there. And I don't know how that car is continuing to keep going, but Breezy there with some, well, actually it didn't like any wing damage, or was it Pistol that went into the wall? I think it might have been Pistol actually. Capacam's there just staying behind as well. One Eye making a move on Vlad, nearly making it side by side, loses a position to Breezy as well. But looks like One Eye probably did have the better exit, and they are going to keep it side by side going into turn 3. Still side by side through the corner. Amazing wheel-to-wheel action through turn 4. Right, literally wheel-to-wheel, exactly side by side. And this is amazing racing in the wet. But One Eye just has to back out of that one. Breezy will keep that place. Pistol and Vlad here going side by side into turn 9. Are you actually going to make it side by side into turn 9? Pistol there having to cut the corner in sympathy and take a penalty. And that is why you do not want to go side by side through turn, through turn 9. Christella getting very close to Melvin. And I believe Christella is trying everything to try and get past Melvin here. And again, you can see with a much better exit, a slight snap on the exit, but that probably isn't going to worry her. Is she going to try send on Melvin? Down the inside again. And they are going to go wheel to wheel into turn 11. A bit of contact. A bit more contact on the exit as well, but they're still going to maintain it side by side through turn 12. What a move that was from Melvin to keep him P3 around the outside of Christella. And I'll tell you what, that was some great racing between these two, and they're still going to try and race until the checkered flag. Christella into the slipstream of Melvin, and is gaining. Is Christella going to try and make a send going into turn 1? She pulls to the inside, but then pulls back into the slipstream last minute and thinking the better of that move. Owls and Keenan going side by side there through turn 2. Whew, and that got quite close. But Owls is able to get up into P12. Keenan brakes slightly later going into turn 3, but just isn't able to get back on Owls and stays in P13. Oh, Whiffle spun there on the exit of the final corner. Christella now takes P2. Melvin back into the podium positions. Breezy overtakes Whiffle as well. Mistake there from Whiffle and pulls out of P2. I swear they were further up the order, so they must have had an issue. And Owls is going to try and make a move here going into turn 1. And I tell you what, he didn't make it easy. Oh, Christella must have had a moment as Melvin is going to try and go side by side with the Alpine, but isn't able to get the move. And it looks like Breezy goes into the back of Christella. Nearly spins Christella, but Christella catches it. And now Breezy and Melvin are now going to go side by side into turn 12, which is where Melvin was able to re-overtake Cristela around the outside. Wasn't able to. Melvin now trying the switchback on Breezy. Isn't able to get it done. Tries another switchback out of the final corner, but isn't able to. But I think Melvin might have just got the better exit other than Breezy. And it's going to be a drag race into turn 1. Who is going to be the favourite driver to come out on top of this one? No one. They're going to remain in the same order, but Breezy is getting very close to Cristela. Might even try and make a move going into turn 3. And Breezy tries to go around the outside, isn't able to. Melvin into the back of Breezy, but no spins are being made. Breezy manages to stay pointing in the right direction. A slight snap there, but Melvin is all under pressure by R. Whiffle. I assume Breezy is probably burning a bit of his ERS, but isn't able to. R. Whiffle trying a massive dive there on Melvin. Gets alongside, but a bit of contact, and they're still going to maintain it wheel to wheel through turn 12. And Melvin demonstrating what he can do to Cristela on another driver there, just holding it around the outside and staying in P4. Melvin and Whiffle as well getting in their own battle as well right behind this. Breezy once again trying it around the outside. Cristela literally forcing him, and Breezy was just about wheel to wheel. But good space left by Cristela to make sure that they can both get through there side by side. Some good racing action between these two. Breezy trying to go around the inside going into turn 6. And there wasn't space left there. Oh, Cristela with a slight snap, I think. Breezy now might try and make that as their advantage to overtake. And looks like Whiffle and Melvin trying to get in on this as well. And they're going to go 3 wide momentarily. Cristela still manages to stay in front. Side by side go Breezy and Whiffle. That was some close action. And Breezy there getting a massive snap. And it's unfortunately the driver that fell off there. Melvin into P4 still. Meanwhile, Tycho is 6.9 seconds in front of everyone. What a first race it is for them in the Haas. Obviously, Haas, the reigning Division 4 Constructors champions, are going to be looking to take that form into the new season. Whiffle and Cristela now going side by side into turn 3, and Whiffle is able to get the move. Cristela trying the switchback, but isn't able to. One Eye is just sitting behind on this, waiting for an opportunity to pounce. And down the main straight, it's going to be a bit of a massive slipstream battle here, as we do see Whiffle and Cristela heading into the pits for their pit stops of this race. And Breezy there is going to try to go down the inside of Melvin into turn 1. Gets the move done. Melvin is going to try and hold it around the outside though. And Breezy does get a massive snap on the exit and may even get overtaken by One Eye. One Eye maybe trying to go down the inside of Melvin as well. Wasn't able to get Melvin, but is trying to go side by side with Breezy. I thought he might have got it temporarily, but then Breezy just able to retake that P3 spot. Down this straight, is Breezy going to try anything? One Eye though, down the inside. Nearly got Melvin, nearly got Breezy as well, and it's the exact same repeat. What a move that is from One Eye to maintain it around the outside. And if he is able to get past Breezy, this would be the move for One Eye. That's probably the best move of his career, but he then misses it up, gets a bit of rear brake locking there, and loses that position. That is so unfortunate, but what racing action that was from One Eye. Right, I want to see what these fresh into runners can do. Whiffle side by side with Capicams makes easy work on that. It may look easy, but I can assure you that wasn't as easy as it looked. And looks like Owls might be the next driver to get the move as well. But Cristela with the fresher inters, able to just fly by, and even flies by Capicams as well. So these fresh inter tyre runners are definitely finding their pace. Cristela and Whiffle flying past these drivers on older inters. Breezy and One Eye still holding this. Breezy doesn't come in. One Eye is going to go side by side with Tycho. Tycho down the inside, and they're still going to hold it wheel to wheel round the final corner. And there's a bit of contact. One Eye nearly spins out. Tycho gets in front, and Whiffle there is then going to be the next driver on the scene. Tycho is caught up to Breezy by probably about a second this lap, and probably even more. And I think down this straight, I think Tycho's going to get Breezy. Both get a slight snap of Overseer. And Tycho there, as you can see, going around the outside to take the lead of the race. Bit of contact though, as Breezy tries to stay in front. But despite that contact, Tycho is able to just sneak in front. So Tycho will now reclaim the lead of the race. Probably the lead anyway. if Breezy decides to pit. Cristela pitting again, and so is... Well, One Eye's finally pitted. He needs to, but... I don't know why Cristela is pitted. Maybe they're going for slicks as well. They're going on... They are going on to soft tyres, so... Maybe it is time for slicks. Tycho now in the pits. I don't know if he will actually lose a couple of places here. Staying out too much on those inters, and again, onto a fresh set of softs. Where's Breezy? They're not even into the final corner. Whiffle as well into the pits, going on to mediums, which is very interesting. Melvin stays out on inters. Breezy now onto the final stretch, but you can see Tycho there already into turn 1, so Tycho will still be in P2. Neek there crashes on the exit of turn 7, and we have a VSC. But is it a question of, is Tycho able to claw back that time? But I think Melvin has made that decision to go into the pits, and I think Vlad as well is going to take that opportunity as well. So the two McLarens... Oh, Vlad wanting to go into the pits, overshot it, and has gone back into the pits. I don't know if you're allowed to do that. Oh, Tycho's made a mistake and he's spun out on the exit of turn 10. And all of that work that Tycho's been doing has just been thrown away. Whiffle is now leading the race. Melvin round the outside of Breezy into turn 11. And Melvin now into P2. What a race this is from Melvin. Breezy Melvin. Is Melvin going to be able to get past? He is closing, but I think he's staying behind, and I think I know why he's done that, to get that double DRS straight down the other straight, and I think Breezy knows that and is going to try and put in everything he can. He isn't running any ERS mode to try and save it all for that straight, and he's just trying to hold Melvin up at the moment. One Eye in P4 is able to get past Tycho as well, so Tycho losing crucial points now in P5, Bays P6, Cristela P7, but is going to drop quite a few positions due to her 9-second penalty. And we'll look up at the front. Is Melvin going to be able to get past Breezy? Breezy is trying to make his car as wide as he can, but despite that, Melvin is able to get the move into P2, and Melvin can now just try and get that DRS, as he obviously will, down the straight. And it's so close to these two drivers spinning out. Melvin is just going to have that DRS. Does Breezy have the pace to get past? No, he can't. And they are still going to try and fight this to the end. Whiffle gets a 3-second penalty, but probably won't hurt him enough. And I think Melvin and Breezy is going to be settled for that battle, as we now have a look at Whiffle, someone who has controlled the race absolutely beautifully since Tycho's spin, and he takes the win for Division 4 Australia, the season opener. Whiffle wins the Australian Grand Prix. Melvin with a fantastic P2 there, keeping his cool when others made mistakes. Breezy takes home a podium here in Australia. One Eye with a fantastic P4 as well for the Aston Martin team. Tycho's unfortunate spin ends him in P5. Bays finishing in P6 for the Ferrari team. Vlad overtaking Cristela on the line due to pens will finish in P7. Cristela might be finished in P8. Keenan, I think, might have had an issue coming into the final corners. They will finish in P9. Capacams will then finish in P10. Owls and Dino already finishing their laps as they have been lapped. And Jaxie, when they cross the line, they will finish in P13.